Alright, I'm gonna be honest with you. This has been giving me fits. The audio hasn't been syncing, but hopefully it'll go alright this time. I'll do my best to try and speak clearly so that you get everything. Today we're talking about relative value, so put that title between the top two lines in the middle and underline it, and then put your date above the top right line. And here's some notes. Hopefully these notes are all familiar. Relative value hopefully is familiar, but we just had to refresh. So these symbols and their names must be memorized. So we have the less than symbol, the greater than symbol, the less than or equal to symbol, the greater than or equal to symbol. We have the familiar old equal sign, our good friend. We read that as is equal to. And then we have the final symbol, which just means that we'll read that as is not equal to. So if we have that between two numbers, they better not be the same because we're saying they're not equal. There's a few more notes, so no complaints. The first is that I'm from Missouri, so I kind of phrased it Missouri-like. It's the gator eats the larger number, he hungry. We know that's not proper English, so Mr. Barrett would not approve, but hopefully he won't see this. The alligator eats the larger number, so a lot of people like to imagine that this relative value symbol looks like an alligator mouth. And that you could say looks nothing like an alligator, and you would be right, but that's okay. But it always eats the greater number, so that's a way to remember how to use it. The second note is about knowing the names, so I want you to remember and memorize each name. So if you're wondering, if you look at the symbol and you say, I don't know what's the name of that symbol, I mean, it could be greater than, it could be less than. I know that a number on one side is greater and a number on the other is less. Which is it? Well, you can just fill in some numbers that make sense to you. So if we put a 4 right here and a 9 right here, this is correct. And we would read from left to right, so we'll say 4 is less than 9. So this is the less than symbol, because we read left to right, so it's 4 is less than, that's the name of the symbol, less than 9. Finally, when we're comparing numbers and trying to figure out relative value, we compare the furthest left place values first, then move to the right if we have to, but we have to first look at the furthest left place values. Not the number of digits, so that's a common mistake, is that people will think the number of digits or the number of place values means the most, but no, we look at the furthest left place value first. So here are some examples. I'm asking us to use these symbols and then write a sentence. The first one, 36,456. We're comparing that with 124,399. So we're going to follow that note, and that's to compare the furthest left place value. Out of these two numbers, the furthest left place value I saw was the 100,000. 100,000s place. We have a 1. The right-hand number has a 1 there. And, the left-hand number is empty in the 100,000s place, so we could fill in a 0 there. So we always know that 100,000, no matter what comes after it, is always going to be greater than 0 100,000s if there's no more than 0 100,000. So we'll use the is a less than symbol here. I'm not going to write the sentence right now. I need to keep this short. The second one, 15 and 645 thousandths. And we're comparing that to 15 and 64,500 hundred thousandths. And so we're going to follow the same process. We look to the furthest left, and in the tens place, they both have a 1. In the ones place, they both have a 5. In the tenths place, they both have a 6. In the hundredths place, they both have a 4. In the thousandths place, they both have a 5. The right-hand number has zeros in the 10,000ths and 100,000ths place, but that's not really telling us that there's more value. It's just letting us know something that's also true for the left-hand symbol, our left-hand number. If we don't list any decimal value, that means we don't have any 100,000s or 10,000s in this case. So these are actually equal. Those are equivalent values. And number 3, 8 and 97 hundredths. We're comparing that to 8 and 9,198 10,000s. So I want you to try and think of what the common mistake is here. Maybe pause the video to try and guess. And I'll tell you that it is, some people will think that the right-hand digit is greater because it has more digits. But having more digits doesn't mean that much. For example, if you had 67 cents, that's two digits worth of money. But if I have $9, that's 1 digit worth of money, but I certainly have more money. So the place value is important. So we're going to follow the same process. In the ones place, they both have an 8. In the tenths place, they both have a 9. But in the hundredths place, we have a 7 right here. And 7 is greater than this 1. So we're going to use the is greater than symbol. Again, I want to make sure you read the directions. I didn't follow them. I'm the worst. But for your practice problems, I need you to use the appropriate symbol and then write a sentence that shows me that you know the proper names of those numbers. So I will see you soon.